there's always going to be a bit of a delay, but yeah. And okay. Well, it's live, and you should be. Luke is in the chat. Hi, Luke.
The one and only Luke. Yeah, we got it. You just created another event. I was still in the other.
Oh, yeah. So, Aaron, you're in, yeah?
Yeah.
You, Right. Oh, okay, so, let's see who's in this. You've upset Luke already, Anthony. Okay. We've got 5 people in at the moment, so we'll see how many more come in. But I guess, should we talk about like possible ban lists?
Yeah, we can start with them.
So there was Crosswords TCG.
Yeah.
So he did a video, I think it was earlier today, where he played Super Shenron against Pan, but he was only allowed to use his Desire cards once per turn. So Ambition was once per turn, and Child's Wish was once per turn.
Okay, so a mechanical change.
Yeah, and that, I mean, he still won quite handily, actually. I guess Pan's just not in a great position right now.
Yeah.
But you see, like, that is just ludicrous. Why would you pick Pan for testing? It's like trying to show off a new deck of Pan against Moss.
Whoa. How dare you?
Shots fired.
It feels like a personal attack, to be honest.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, Blaine, by the way. Blaine's here.
Can't believe you've done
No,
this.
but seriously though, like, yeah, no, it's just weird. Like, why test against Pan? Test against just something else.
Well, I like the idea in principle, but probably need a couple more games against more competitive competition.
I think if you want to make a mechanical change, you just make it so any non-keyword skill only, like, produces summoning steps within 5 seconds.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So I think Band are probably going to go for a ban list because they've already got a ban
That's just
list.
what they've done in the past, right?
Yeah, that's what they've done in the past, so we can sort of assume that. A lot of people seem to want Child's Wish to be hit, which I understand Child's Wish is overpowered, but I also feel like it is. It helps a lot of sort of bad decks.
Precisely.
So it's.
And just banning something like that damages far too many decks.
Right, yeah.
Like you said, it's way too good, but you're making a lot of things just, they won't be viable going forward.
Stephen, you want to lower your audio?
Sorry.
So someone's asking.
I lowered him in Discord myself. Something that Anthony and I were looking at before were just the precedent that Bandai have set so far with the ban list for Birmingham, while keeping that in mind, that it's been, from the announcement that they're going to take action against something, it's been around 2 weeks before they actually implement it. So we've got a week, essentially, for them to act on this.
Yeah, so sorry, have I missed something?
Mm-hmm.
Have I missed something? Did they make an announcement?
No. Just, so in the past, so with Legendary Flute, Goten, Super Saiyan 3, it's been
okay.
2 weeks or so.
Yeah, that's
between the announcement.
My fear is that they're gonna make changes, and we're gonna have 1 week to prepare for it.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind that.
Well, it'll be fresh.
I feel like emergency ban lists before big events produce some of the most interesting results. But then to say that is coming from Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Aaron, any thoughts?
I just hope they hit it, to be honest. Like, the deck's just really boring for people to play against, is the main issue with it for me.
of course. Yeah.
I don't, well, I don't know. Going into the event, it feels like if they don't touch it, then you kind of have to play it. Or that's
Yep.
how I feel anyway. And I kind of don't want to, so I hope they change it just so I don't have to play it.
Yeah, fair enough. It is a bit boring, isn't it? So,
Yeah, I mean, my fallback at the minute is some sort of Broly deck, which, yeah, I mean, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but
Well, it's more exciting than solitaire, that's for sure.
yeah, that's the thing for me. I don't mind having a deck that wins early and is consistent and is really powerful, but the fact that your opponent has to just sit there for 20 minutes every game while you do it, it's just, I don't know, it's not.
yeah, it definitely is putting off some people from going to locals, and I think it's affecting the states a lot more than
Yeah.
it is here. I feel like in terms of locals. Sorry, guys, are the levels a bit better now?
Is it just Anthony that's quiet? Am I quiet?
What?
Luke was saying that you were quite quiet.
Anthony is quiet. I'm going to try and whack
It's
him up
because
a bit
it's
more.
because I'm not insulting him.
Oh, okay. He needs it.
Just
Luke, you
Thrives
spelled
on
my
it.
name wrong. My name has an N in it. Sorry, 2 N's in it. Okay, go back.
okay. All right, let's try and.
Steve, can you make me an admin in the YouTube chat so I can take a look?
Savagery.
No, we're
You know
going to
he's the
be
type of
nice to
person.
Luke has given us some good questions so far.
No,
Okay,
Luke is
fair
going
enough.
to be one of the commentators.
He is.
at
Luke
Oh,
Birmingham.
Luke
yeah.
in the
An
chat is going to.
official Bandai commentator.
Luke is now officially a member of the London Players Guild. How does it feel, Luke? Only the
The only,
commentator.
the only commentator. I wonder
Oh.
what John will have to say about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure John wants to commentate.
So just looking at the chat, someone said Super Shenron is fine. Just hit the Height of Mastery package. I think both of those things are issues
Both of
actually.
those need to be done, yeah.
Super Shenron just anything that gives you an extra turn, which I guess isn't 12 drop Whis because that's a 12 drop. It's just
It's
inherently.
a 12 You also have to play Beerus as the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is just inherently unfair, I feel. And the Height of Mastery package is strong, but I feel like the Storm package part of it is stronger than the Height of Mastery package because you can sort of win some games just by going through with the Storm package. So just the Bardock and the Goku.
Both parts of it are too strong, really.
Yeah.
Path to Greatness was good because it brought in the archetype, but it was just pushed too hard.
Yeah, and
It
just
doesn't
having the
matter
extra
everything.
turn, I guess it just all works so well together. Having the extra turn so you can utilize the Path to Greatness a turn before.
Yeah. Well, before, like, you had Freezer as a Victory Strike deck, but against that you would just play a barrier blocker and you were safe. Kind of safe. Whereas now, Height of Mastery just puts it in rest, so you're not even safe with the barrier blocker out. There's literally nothing you can do about getting Victory Strike.
The Freeze deck also killed you on turn 5, which
Yeah, fine.
is a lot better when it comes to playing against it than dying turn 3.
Yeah, for sure.
So for Height Mastery.
Yeah. So the Storm variant definitely has some issues with the vanilla deck. So I guess that's a valid point. That if you take Height of Mastery out of the equation, you don't get that build. But I think Super Shenron still is an issue because it just takes so long to.
Nothing that says
To play
take
a turn.
another turn should be a legal card in any card. Unless it's completely ludicrous to... I'm not using ludicrous today. I said that word like 12 times.
Featuring
Unless
Mystical.
it's like insane. Like, again, Whis is a good example. No one really played Whis, but we had one guy at our local who played Whis, the Beerus deck religiously. And it was fun to play against. I wonder who that could be.
But at least it was slightly interactive.
Yeah, no deck no card that says take another turn be legal in a standard format.
And even whether you think it's broken, it has its counters or not, it's not fun to play against. And you're
Yeah.
going to lose not just the competitive player base, but the casual player base that are buying the set and paying for Bandai to bring the game over to Europe. If they're not playing, then, well, the game's
Yeah,
not going to
I
succeed,
think
is it?
one other thing is that I just completely
Yeah,
forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry about that.
I think it's definitely affected Birmingham numbers as well. Like 100% there's people that aren't going to go to it because of Super Shenron.
For sure, with the Euros, it sold out pretty quickly. Well, relative. Birmingham is not going to sell out, is it?
No,
the
no.
the price support isn't great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's on a Friday as well. There's a lot of factors going against it, but I think Super Shenron is
To-
probably the big.
To be fair, what 57
That
sold
many?
so far? Yeah. So
I'm
which
surprised it's that many.
it's not
It being
terrible.
on a Friday is weird though. Like, I know Pokemon does that for some events, but that's Pokemon.
Yeah, when they have $5,000 in prizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People will take a day off work, but taking a day off work to come up to Birmingham is awkward for a lot of us to get to. Well, it's awkward for me to get.
Well, I'm driving, you guys. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Hey.
Yeah, but it's still awkward for us, right? Like from London, it's not
Yeah.
cheap.
It's not cheap. It definitely isn't cheap. I was speaking with Ian Hinchley from Bristol a couple of days ago, and basically there is a lot of negativity going on about this event at the moment, and I kind of understand that, but at the same time, he was sort of giving a perspective of someone who isn't necessarily looking to top. If you just look at the entry prizes and the costs for entry, it's good. I think if you're a UK local, it's pretty good. Obviously, you have to account for the travel as well, and that might tip it to the other side. But everything
I just,
under top 16, I think, is actually good.
I think it's just weird that we have to buy a ticket to like Luke Jackson was. I wonder if this is actually that's a weird thing to say. The fact that we have to pay for a ticket to the expo as well, when a lot of people won't go to the expo. Personally, if this event wasn't there, I'd still be going to this event. But I know other people wouldn't have. And having to pay for the expo.
Yeah, Scar makes a good point as well. Damned if you do, damned if we don't.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
spoken to quite a few people that said that they're just not going to attend to try and make a point to Bandai, that we're not happy with this, the price support. As he says, if we don't turn up, they're not going to do anything else, are they?
Yeah. So another thing is that Ian pointed out was that the UK Games Expo goes on every year. So if this actually does well, we might get one of these every year, which would be good for because we've been complaining about the lack of actual Bandai sanctioned events.
Yes.
So I think for Euros, that did sell out really quickly. The price support was good for Euros, and
First event of its kind.
Yeah, it was first event of its kind, so I think that sort of helps. So a lot of the European players just aren't coming to this one because price support and also just how expensive it is. I think actually also being at the expo just makes travel and hotels a bit more expensive because it is a really big thing and people sort of plan well in advance for this every year. So with us, it was announced on the 15th of April or something. Yeah, that wasn't great.
Yeah.
It's not even been announced for a month yet, actually, and it's happening at the end. So a month and a half. That's just not enough.
So we're gonna get LPG to interview the winner, so he can complain directly to Bandai. I like.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Hopefully, as Modi are running it, so they will have people there, so we can hopefully speak to them.
Unfortunately, we basically had the exact same thing at Euros. Had a couple of interviews with one of the judges as well, and we pretty much aired our issues, the lack of support, lack of prize, and everything. But,
Yeah, but I think the difference is Asmodee are the European distributors,
mm,
so they might have a bit more say than Tournament Centre.
fingers crossed.
Hopefully, yes. So yeah, all right. We have 10 people in here. I think probably less than that because Anthony, you're in the chat as well.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, just introducing the team. It's myself. It's Aaron from Leeds, Anthony, and Max as well. Anthony, and you guys know Anthony. And
Hello.
Max has also been on the channel before. He did a pan deck profile.
Oh,
Which,
that was some time ago.
That was some time ago, yeah. But yeah, to answer Luke's previous question, yes, we are looking for more members. And he's asked
You also
again.
have to be over the age of 21.
We-
So,
No, to be honest, I'm not looking for any more sort of southern London area players because I would
that's
like
just a
to
nice
have
way of saying no, Luke.
Why,
have a more nationwide team. So
Luke? Maybe do everyone a favor. Drop the commentator gig and just start playing, and prove yourself, right? Just beating John doesn't mean anything.
Luke, as Luke Jackson, that is, as long as our roster is under 12, we won't be that many.
As long as I don't have enough people to side a football team. That's what he means to say. Nice.
Yeah, Birmingham boys, Usman and Johnny. Usman's judging, I think, so he won't be playing at this event. But yeah, I think we will be looking at this event, seeing if any new players top and probably approach them.
So,
The South Coast.
Even the judge support for this event?
Oh, that was horrific. Actually horrific.
Like,
Unless you were the
get
head judge, I
10
can't.
You get 10 judge packs for judging, and they come with 1 card per pack, right?
Yeah.
Like, it can't. Even if they're paying for your hotel
Are they though?
and travel, it still can't be worth it.
But that's the question. Are they doing that? I've not heard anything about that.
Am I super quiet? I don't know.
Yeah,
Could be
yeah.
me.
So, but I've waked you up as far as possible, so you just need
Okay,
to
is that better?
eat your mic a bit.
I just don't understand how you could convince someone to travel across the country, let alone internationally, for 10 judge packs.
Yeah, so they're not paying for anything.
Well, okay.
Which is.
Yep.
Yeah, because I think some of the European judges were a bit gutted they didn't get chosen. But if they weren't being paid anything, then maybe they just won't do it.
Yeah, you have to respect that. And I suppose it's nice if you're going with friends and everything, you can just hang out for the weekend. But I don't know. That you need a lot of love for that.
Yeah. Gamingverse, you must be local to Birmingham. Do you know if any other local players got the judge score? There's probably going to be a bit of delay in the chat. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we will be looking for players anyway. So, yeah. So
Okay.
some of you in the chat might be in consideration. You just do well at the event.
Now we're going into ban list talk now.
Yeah, we'll do a bit more banner stock. If you guys have any questions for us, just you can ask us anything. Just pop it in the chat. If it's not too terrible, we'll answer. So banner stock. What do you want to talk about, Anthony?
Well, do you guys think that they'll release a ban list? Like, honestly.
It's hard to say because from my perspective, I don't think Bandai are going to look at our event and think, oh, we should plan this ban list around that event.
No, definitely not.
That's true.
So
I don't think we'll get a ban list in time.
I hope we either get a ban list now or we don't have one in time.
Well, it has to be within the next week or so, really.
Yeah.
If it's going to be in place, and I just don't have enough faith in Bandai that they would do it. Surely the last event in the USA was evidence enough for them. I know it's been Golden Week, but something needs to be done. It's just not fun.
Yeah. So so the US circuits should be starting soon. It's sort of like quote unquote pre-season,
Yeah.
which I don't really understand that actually. Why some of the players are complaining about sort of it's a bit of a down season, don't really want to play the game. I think your local tournament should be the sort of bedrock for any game. So just go to your local tournaments and play there. I think a lot of players have been bleating recently. So not just Hernandez, although he has had a few live videos, hasn't he, on the community group. And I think if obviously Super Shenron's going to get touched. For me personally, I think just ban the leader, and you're kind of okay, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely the first step.
Would
Yeah,
you
to be
have?
honest, I think that's
I
fine.
don't think that's enough.
Yeah, it isn't enough, but it's the first step.
Yeah, because everyone will just play it in like, I don't know, Yellow Broly or something then, and it'll
But
still
you
win
don't
on the
think-
same.
Yeah, but I mean that's not going to be as strong against Kid Goku, for example.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
No, and it's a lot less consistent because it doesn't see a third of its deck on the second turn. So.
Oh yeah,
Two
yeah.
turns.
Or you've got Scuffle Time as well. I forgot about that.
But Scuffle Time
We're
doesn't
not talking
beat
about this, right?
Goku.
That bait deck. Don't.
Yeah, I think you need to ban at least 2 or 3 cards from it, or errata 2 or 3 cards from the deck.
Well, for starters, I think Bulma should be errated like a evolve card to say at the end of turn.
I mean, Bulma's never been an issue
Yeah,
though
that would work.
until now.
Yeah, but it's one of those cards that it allows you to break things. They really shouldn't exist.
Yeah,
Like, you break it now.
Bulma from hand. That could
All from hand.
work. But yeah, I think the Storm package itself is a bit too strong. Maybe like touching Bardock a bit would help.
I think Child's Wish once per turn, Luke, it would work if you fundamentally change desires to once per turn, but it would make all wish decks terrible.
And would we really care if Bulma was banned? Would anyone be upset?
Not really,
No,
no.
but they'll put Bulma to 1 like they did.
Danny
with,
Wynn probably would be
Yoden.
upset.
They're not going to hit Bardock.
I think they should touch Bardock. Bardock's
I think
just starts a lot of things. Maybe
It's too much
Successor.
value.
Successor's
Bardock,
value.
Successor maybe, but Bardock is like one of the main. He's not even a main Dragon Ball character, but he's a fan favorite.
Yeah, they hit Cell
I
though.
don't think that's true, but it hit sales first.
Yeah,
What
they
was
don't
that
like
again?
touching super rares. They hit the commons
Yeah.
and the promos.
Yeah, so what? I don't know what you're gonna hit. Really.
Also, if you
Path
make
to Greatness.
if you make a Child Wish
Yeah.
once per turn, people just play AOD. It literally is unaffected by that rule.
Why is this discussion even
I
happening?
just don't think it's that great. AOD.
But-
Like
But where is this once per
even
turn?
without Super
Child's
Shen,
Wish?
it's just what people have been talking about on the Facebook group.
But there's a difference between changing the entire mechanics of.
Yeah.
Well, I assume it's talking about desires being once per turn, not a specific.
Yeah, making it so
Yeah.
all desire cards are once per turn.
You can't do that. You're
Yeah.
just no.
I personally think any zero cost card is just a bit broken.
Yeah.
Mm,
No card in a Magic-driven game like this should cost 0. Are there any cards in Magic? I don't know Magic that well, so I probably shouldn't talk about it. But I don't think there's any cards in Magic that cost 0. Only when it comes.
There's a few, but they're not as impactful,
Yeah, they're not super impactful.
and they're old usually.
I think
They,
making
learn, they
Child's
learn from that mistake.
They also have rotation, so if anything does become a problem, it shouldn't be too hard to fix it. I think.
Yeah, that's the big thing that Dragon Ball could use as well. A rotation would help a lot.
yeah. So if they did a ban list and a rotation, then what set is Bulma? Set 4, right?
Cross.
Colossal Warfare.
Is it? Yeah.
Is it Colossal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they rotated out the overrun block, it would be fine.
If they do that, then blue is dead, right?
You
The entire
said,
blue color.
Yeah.
I think what we were saying before, having keeping sets 1 and
Would
2,
blue be
maybe
dead?
doing some reprints, and then just rotate out certain blocks.
And what,
I
does,
think
what
they-
does blue
I
have?
think they-
Senzu Bean.
Sensibin.
Exactly. You rotate up to that.
No,
then-
no, 'cause that's not. No. What we're saying is only overround block. So set 3 and
Ah.
4, and set 3, 4, tournament of power, and the expansion.
Yeah.
I think 1 and 2 should always be their base set. Just keep them. That can be
Bean
Dragon Ball
is
Square.
Bean. I think is a very very strong card, but it helps with the defensive game, so it helps slow the game down as well. I think.
Yeah.
You could rotate out set 1 as well, because Bean's reprinted in that anniversary box, so it would, that, in theory,
Yeah.
still make it league.
Yeah.
Is it
Uh,
a promo though, or is it just a?
yeah. I'm
new
checking
version?
that now.
I don't know.
I don't think it's a
I don't-
promo. I think it's just
Using old numbering, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, because they with the other reprints, they weren't promos, were they?
I don't
Which
know.
ones in particular?
Have they actually released any? They haven't released any reprints yet, so we'll just have to see when the box comes out. But I think in the meantime, they're probably going to update the ban list, so they'll probably do something. I just think that if they're going to hit Super Shenron, they're going to have to hit a lot of other decks as well. I feel like there's just a lot of really impressive cards. Like Tien is super impressive.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
think you
the-
need to ban much else, though, if you get rid of Super Shenron. I think you'd have quite a diverse meta then of, like, Broly, Janemba, and Kidku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can confirm the reprints are all using the old set numbers.
Okay, that's good. So I mean, if they just ban the Super Shenron leader, that's a quick fix, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think they should ban it. I would ban Path to Greatness as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, Path to Greatness is a little strong. Especially
And there's
if
not
you
really
ban-
something
it
you
can
can
be
limit.
searched- It can be searched by a successor, so you can't limit it.
I think TN isn't necessarily evil. I kind of agree with that, but
I think you do need it.
dropping from 3 to 1 is
4 to 1.
4 to 1. It's just stupid. Yeah.
Janemba was dominating the meta before TN, so I think you do need a card like TN to...
Yeah.
in
So
play.
I mean, I think in that case you should be touching Janemba rather than printing TN.
That's a good point that Luke just said. Sorry, Luke Jackson. Make the lineage package just yellow leaders only, or
Yeah.
Goku lineage leaders only.
Yeah. Lineage leaders, that'll work.
Yeah, people had mentioned that one for quite a while, and yeah, I do think that would help.
Yeah.
How would you go
If it
about
was
doing
yellow
that?
leaders, you still play Broly.
What do you mean? How do you go about doing that?
As in, you change height, you change path.
height and path to greatness to say if your leader is a Goku lineage leader, then do this.
Okay. Would you do that with Bardock as well?
No, I think Bardock's fine. I think maybe successor could be changed to say the same thing.
Yeah.
If your leader
Just
is
to
Goku
answer
lineage.
Luke Ray's question, I think that's just too convoluted for them to realistically do.
What was that?
If
Oh,
Super Shenron says
let
your
me have a
opponent could
card phase.
charge, and then it skips back to.
Like, are you saying I get a charge phase that I get to untap, or just I get to play an enemy? Right.
I think just play an energy. I assumed
If-
just play an energy, but if you could untap, that was. Oh, you could untap as well. Then. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Maybe.
just weird.
It's
is
very
But you
weird.
do that and you lose the game.
Yeah,
just
pretty
use-
much. So basically, Super Shenron becomes the ultimate is your opponent's leader is SS3.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, I think I honestly for me I don't think erratas are the way to go.
No.
It's
No,
just
I agree.
really
Too confusing
creates-
for new players.
Precisely.
so
Yeah,
they
it's
should
bad.
probably just hit. Um,
SS3 unbanning.
they should probably just hit the like Path to Greatness and then hit Super Shenron, something like that.
I think
If you're keeping path in that,
SS3 I think SS3 is still too broken.
you can just build mono yellow, right? Or does it have to be blue? I don't remember. It's been gone for so long.
No, it doesn't have to be blue. It untaps
But-
anything.
And for the ramp effect at the start,
Anything.
Yeah.
anything. It can
Yeah.
be anything. Oh yeah, cool. We just go path and height.
Exactly.
that
So
turn
we'd have the same
Yeah.
deck now, but put it in SS3 basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Except
No, thank you.
like Borgus absolutely wrecks it. Like you have to
true.
have the Crisis Crusher, otherwise you get wrecked.
I guess.
Actually, yeah, that works. And then if someone brings out the Triumphant Might, they literally can't do anything about it. They can't clear it.
But they start on 2 mana, like that's a huge thing.
I don't
Well,
think
if-
TN would TN hit. Oh yeah, because it's just TN just doesn't hit Awaken, right? It's not all
Oh.
leader skills, right?
TM Borgos.
Oh yeah,
You just
Jen
shut them
would
down.
also do. Yeah. Yeah, I think SS3.
Yeah, I think because
card.
cards like Borgus, Whis, and TN exist, SS3 is okay. Because your turn 1 2 mana, you're also losing a card as well. And
Is it?
and in an aggro format, you put yourself on 6 life straight away.
But it's forcing people to play, and sometimes even in main, just to counter one deck. Well, I suppose we're in that kind of mess right now. But
I mean, I don't think it would.
diversity.
I don't think it would be devastating to the format to have it unbanned, as long as you hit the Path to Greatness as well.
Just bring Cell back. Bring Cell back to 4, and Super Shaman can remain at full power.
I mean,
Really?
their reasoning for hitting Cell was card design, limiting card design.
Yeah.
So they can use that same reasoning for Child's Wish.
Yeah, they could.
Which I don't like, because Child's Wish just makes a lot of bad decks kind of playable.
But that's good. Like, I might want to use Charles Wish in my.
Yeah,
his name?
I think that's good.
Team
It's
Piccolo
just
deck.
that at the same time, it's also one of those cards that can be abused easily.
Especially because after this block, they're not going to be focusing on wish lists anyway. So they're going to have to be constantly looking back at what 3-drop 15k card they're printing that are then going to be abused.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be more likely to do something to Charles Wish than not.
Yeah, sure. Bring back the tournament power boost lots. Yeah. Reprint everything. Just give us.
Storm Power wasn't even that good at set.
It was
Oh,
good
I
when it
think there's
came out. It
only
was good.
one reason.
I spent so much money on that set when it came out, and
I mean, you
the
had the
cards-
really cool SPRs. You had
For seeing
Victory
hit, it's the only
Strike
thing I
for
can.
seeing hit.
because it existed in a format with SS3, and SS3 to 14 hit untapped 3 was broke.
Luke. Oh, let's show that.
What's Luke done?
No, Luke Jackson. He has.
Ah,
Yeah, that's about the normal markup for you, isn't it, Luke? Yeah, so silver bullets aren't good. I don't like them. I mean, Chrono is just extremely oppressive. So, but it had to. I guess it had to be done, or they should have just designed Shigesh better.
Yeah, it was that Ban Shigesh or design in there.
Or maybe they just test their cards before they release them, not just keeping them within the set, but with everything else. Because I think they've made statements about that where they don't test the whole metagame.
Season, you're banned from trading with Luke Vex
Oh no.
and buying.
And
You
buying
don't
as
even want the
well.
money anymore.
Oh. Luke has everything though. Luke, I'm sorry. Tom has mentioned Tormod's Crypt from Magic. I don't know what that is.
Like, what really pressed on my knowledge of being
Yep.
told how bad you guys are about Magic Cards, so
Can't hear you at all. Completely broken up there.
Underwater.
what me? I was going to listen to my written, but
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Oh, I'm going to reconnect to this because.
let me reconnect.
Okay. Yeah, it was him because it was red. He disconnected. Oh, it's gone red again.
On that
There.
same topic, I'm just checking eBay now at the prices of these tournament power boxes. Oh, everyone's got it.
Mine's green again now.
Yeah, no, mine's green now. It's fine.
What were we saying? Oh, Tom was correct. Yeah, I think something like that could work, but I don't know when you would be able to activate it.
What does it actually do?
So it's basically a card that stays in play, and then you can use it at any point, and it in Dragon Ball terms, it would warp your entire drop area.
Your opponents or your own?
It warps your opponent's drop area,
So it's like,
and you can use it at any point at like sort of instant speed. So you can use
oh, that's crazy.
Anytime.
Is this going to exclude Dragon Balls?
Yeah, this just destroys Dragon Balls.
it. Yeah,
It's-
I guess it would have to be like non-black card or non.
It's basically DD Crow from Yu-Gi-Oh, right?
I don't know Yu-Gi-Oh, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be awkward to just put it into
Discard a
game
card,
terms of being able to.
Spanish one.
I think it has to be something like a field card which
Yeah.
banishes, which warps both drops to make it balance.
We're ripping again.
Like,
Technical difficulty.
yeah.
Go on.
Right, okay, yeah, we are having some technical difficulties with Discord. It's not connecting very well at the moment. Can you guys still actually hear me? Because you should be able to through my stream. Just to answer Luke's question before, we will not be getting a sponsor. We're just going to be a team for fun, really. Yeah. No, I guess if we get a sponsor like Ultra Pro, or
I'm not saying no to that.
yeah,
Come on, guys. We'll shield for you.
Ultra Pro, Ultimate Guard, something like that. Yeah, maybe that. But
I need Monster, Red Bull. I need caffeine. Please.
Starbucks.
Anyway.
so instead of a field card, if an opponent's card would go to the discard, warp it instead. I just think it's too OP for this game. It's so something like that. Like again, it's a floodgate, isn't it? And I'm not sure.
And
Floodgates are the way
it would
to go
have to be an
either.
activate main, right? It couldn't be an automated thing, because then you just kill Overarm. They can never use it.
Yeah.
it would have to be.
Or maybe like activate main, and it's next turn it happens, like during your next turn.
Yeah?
Well, in Magic for Crypt, it's one use only, basically. So in Dragon Ball, it would be activate main, warp your opponent's drop, and send this to the warp, or send this to the drop. So you only get to use its effect once.
Yeah.
That's actually Luke. That's why I didn't join them. So, but yeah. Anything else, guys? I think I'm getting hungry, so I want to go eat dinner.
Dinner time.
Do you guys have any other questions in the chat? Anything? I don't think we're gonna be able to come to a satisfactory conclusion as to what we think the ban list should look like.
Whoa. Anthony, come back.
Super Shenron and Path would be my top 2 picks.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, no,
For me,
I
Super
think that's
Shenron
fine.
and Child's Wish.
I think we should just ban Super Shenron as a starting point, and it'll be alright. Dual colour leaders. I do
There's already the
expect dual
wording
colour
for
leaders
it.
at some point. Yeah, so yeah, because they have some cards which say if your leader is blue and no other colour and something like that, right?
Yeah, it's the 6-drop Gogeta.
So,
So, fingers crossed, it's going to be broken, like everything else, but we'll make it work.
You
yeah.
could have it a different colour on the opposite side, I suppose, but I guess we.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
mean, will
guess
will
that
the
might-
card would like a card check the other side of the leader?
no, it'll check it, because they've set the precedent right with Force Ejection. They'll probably have the check at the start of the turn, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you
In the
just
same way
can't
the
use
energy is.
certain cards when you awaken and switch colour, but
Yeah.
yeah, twinning super combos, so you could have like two, if it was a yellow-green, you could have two Shagesh, if it was, and then
No.
on the green side, you could have two Android 16 to drop the hand.
Oh, fantastic.
arrogant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to, right? You want Vardos support. Oh,
That's Luke's pet leader.
red Vardos. Oh,
I'm just typing for Raditz.
Yeah,
oh yes, Raditz leader. It's going to be, that's, I guarantee it's going to be the broken one.
I'm just going to play it.
Lead and be defeated.
Chances are there will be Vardos support there in this anniversary box. They want to.
cards that shuffle in so I can play as a master. Yeah. Well, yeah, Super Shenron shuffles in. And, Dangerous Journey Bulma.
I think we'll get some life gain or heal at some point as well. So.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. I actually don't know if that'd be good. Maybe a bit broken, so drop yourself down, awaken, and then go back up.
Yeah, I guess that would be quite strong.
In the same way, Zamasu leaders very strong.
Okay, well, I think we will to end it there. It's been 45 minutes now, so thank you for joining. We are the distinct few, and we will be looking to add to the team. I think we'll go to 6 at least. We'll see.
Sounds good.
6 seems fair.
Maybe a bit more because obviously not everyone can make every single event. So yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. And yeah, I
Catch
hope
you
to
guys
see
soon.
you all in Birmingham, just a few weeks away. Grind those Super Shenron mirrors, guys.
Mm. They take so long, though.
Alright, so yeah.
Catch you later.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for joining. We are gonna go. I'm gonna go eat dinner now. So see ya.
Enjoy dinner. Alright, catch you guys as well. Bye.
Yeah, see ya. Little grind Dragon Ball. The fighter.